I mean, obviously North Dakota State's been the best in the business for the last few years. Um, yeah, I mean, I think we're excited to go play them again and have that challenge. I think we're up to it. We've been practicing well, and yeah, I mean, it'll be a good environment and it'll be fun.
And then what have you seen from Tommy during this run? Obviously, a freshman being injected in the playoff run. What have you seen from him, and what do you like on what he's been able to do in leading the offense?
Man, I mean, there's a lot to like. I think his toughness and his leadership is kind of where it starts. Everybody feeds off that. I mean, whether it be, I mean, he's doing whatever we ask him to do, and doing it at a super high level. I think there's a lot of trust and just kind of a new sense of, I mean, energy and revival for the offense, and then that kind of goes throughout the entire team. Yeah, he's been playing well, and it's awesome to watch. And yeah, he's only a freshman, so watch out.
And just one here, quick question for Tommy. Tommy, how do you feel you've grown through? I know not many starts, but just the playoff starts leading into this. How do you feel you've grown in that short period of time as a quarterback?
Yeah, for sure. I think just getting immersed into a game, it's much different than practice, obviously. So, as a quarterback, this entire year I've been growing, just getting opportunities, practice, and then really throughout these last few games with the playoffs, just getting opportunities to be in front, of fans and playing against another team and against their defensive coordinator and all of that. It makes a huge difference. So, I think it's just been, getting those reps. That's the biggest thing.
Thank you.
Let's go next to Victor Flores. Victor, go ahead.
Hey guys, question for both of you, but I guess I'll start with Tommy. Just you guys kind of touched on it after the last game. Just how special is it to see so many Montana natives thriving for you guys right now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think this program is built on Montana natives. I think there's a lot of passion within the state of Montana for this team, and I think we've obviously a lot of guys have bought into what it means to be Bobcat built. Be from Montana. All these guys have been here for a few years now. So, if they're from Portland or if they're from California, they're all Montanans now. So, I mean, everyone's just kind of riding for the brand and it just means a lot.
And just on that line, along the same lines, just what is it about Montana that kind of they have so much pride in guys like you?
I don't know. So what? Sorry, say that
Troy?
again.
Oh, just yeah. What is it? Yeah, I'll go with Troy, I guess. But what is it about Montana natives that and you've been here obviously a while, but just what is it about this state that takes so much pride in guys like you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's just a sense of like work ethic for people in Montana, and then it's a giant state, but it's kind of one big small town. Everybody knows each other, so they really want to see each other do well. I mean, regardless of where you're from, if you see Montana kids playing for the Bobcats, you want them to do well. And yeah, I mean, I think we take pride in that. You won't want to, let down your town or your friends or anything, and then it's just a brotherhood on the team that you're playing for. And those guys, I mean, they're your best friends. You're going to be your best friends for the rest of your life, and yeah, you don't want to let them down either.
Thanks, guys.
Jamal Kennedy, go ahead.
Yeah, question for Troy. Your journey at Montana State's been long. You've done it all. You've played offense, and now you're on the defensive side of the ball. Just talk a little bit about your journey and I guess how blessed or how grateful you are that you guys have been able to get to this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all really grateful to be playing football in January still is always the goal. To have a chance at winning the national championship and winning that last game of the year is what you dream of since you're a little kid. Yeah, and I've been extremely lucky just with everything that I've kind of been able to do here at MSU. It's been, a little bit unorthodox, but it's been fun and it's been a challenge, and I've met great people and been surrounded by awesome individuals that have helped me along the way. And so, yeah, it's kind of crazy it's coming to an end, but it's been awesome.
And really quick for Tommy, you've seen one Missouri Valley defense in South Dakota State, and now you'll get to see another in North Dakota State. What do you know about NDSU, and I know you're excited for the challenge, but what do you expect to see out of those guys?
I mean, I think just with the film that I've watched and obviously knowing them through the past years and from words of experienced players, they're a really well coached team. They'll be very detailed. They've gotten a lot of reps. They've been through this a few times. Just playing into January. While that's the hope for everybody, it's it's a lot on your body, and so these guys have been well prepared and we're expecting their best and we're ready to give them our best.
Let's go next to Craig Haley. Craig.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. This is for Troy and Tommy. Just student athletes like yourself are so used to all the COVID protocols, but in this 3-week build-up, is the feeling the same, or you have to tiptoe around a little more, knowing the importance of this next game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously COVID's still going on, and so you want to be extra careful. No one wants to miss the national championship. But I mean, yeah, I guess we're kind of school's out here, and so we're isolated with just our team, which I think helps. And yeah, we're taking all the precautions necessary because, yeah, I mean, no one wants to miss the biggest game of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I just second that. It's it's a pretty special opportunity. Going around the holidays and New Year's, it's oftentimes where a lot of kids would probably. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of kids would possibly that.
My wife liked it, which is even better.
Hey, Dom, you're not muted. Could you please mute?
Sorry.
One more quick one for Troy and Tommy. Just, do you feel these both programs sort of are similar in style?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're built to run the ball, stop the run. Yeah, I mean, kind of that's how the North schools do it. The Montana and the Dakotas seems like, I mean, it's kind of old school football a little bit. So, yeah, I'd say yes.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, what we have to deal with weather, that's just kind of, the winning formula for us. So it's what you kind of see all around up here. So.
Thank you, fellas.
Let's go next to Beth Hool. Go ahead, Beth.
Hey guys, I'm wondering how much Coach Vegan has talked about what he knows about NDSU, how much it's similar to what he helped build in Fargo. I mean, you have the rare opportunity of having a coach who's been to the national championship, not just once, but several times. He's been there, he's done it, and he's done it with the team you're facing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously he's had success at places that he's been in the past, and NDSU is one of them. Yeah, I mean, he's just a good coach. So he brings in things from everywhere he's been that helps us to prepare well and become the best team we can possibly be. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I have to say.
You mentioned, though, like, listen, I know this is what that program is doing right now because he has a very rare, NDSU is pretty prideful of the fact that they don't change what isn't broken. And so he's got a really good insight into what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably brought some of that in, whether he's told us that or not. I mean, it doesn't really matter to us. It's what we do and how we prepare that matters. It's not what they do. So, I mean, I guess whatever he's brought in that we're doing, whether we know if that's them or not, yeah, we're just trying to prepare hard every day.
What's the buzz like for you guys? You have the opportunity to not only dethrone what is openly considered a dynasty across FCS football, and give them their first loss at the national championship game. But most importantly, what you have the opportunity to do for Montana State football and do something that hasn't been done in a very long time for Bozeman.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a huge opportunity. Like you said, I think 1984 is the last time they won it and last time they were there. And for it to be that long is not necessarily a good thing, but we're glad to be back, and we're really excited to jump at that opportunity. And like you said, North Dakota State's a great opponent, and they've won countless in the last few years. So yeah, I mean, it's a great challenge, but it's also a great opportunity. So I think we're looking forward to it, and we're practicing hard, and yeah, we'll be ready.
Next to Alex Eshelman. Go ahead, Alex.
Thank you, Bill. Thanks, guys. Question for both of you. So Montana State Alumni Foundation, I believe, is raising money for the marching band to come along with you guys to the championship. What does the band add to your game day experience, both whether it's at, in Bozeman or elsewhere?
Yeah, for sure. Before every single home game, they lead us, out to the field and playing our fight song. And, we really appreciate what they do throughout the entire year. And we'd be very lucky for them to get down there with us. Yeah.
One more quick question. Coach Vegan said one of the things that he took away from North Dakota State, he would say that, there's spring camp, fall camp, and then winter camp when you get to this point in the season. How has it been practicing for you guys in colder weather conditions, even though you guys are familiar to it being that you're from the state?
Yeah, I mean, it's colder. I guess sometimes your footing's not as great if they have to plow the field or whatever. But, I mean, it's still football. You're still trying to get better every day and practice hard. Just put a few more layers on. So I guess that's all I have to say.
Let's go next to Skyline Sports. Is that you, Coulter?
Hello. Hold on. I got in the wrong mode.
We'll come back to you. Go ahead, Colton Poole.
All right, thanks for the time, guys. First of all, Tommy, I know that you've been asked about this before, but I'm curious if you can share more thoughts on just the community support from your hometown, but more specifically from your family and coaches, the people that you know really well back there.
Yeah, I think we had a drastic change, and a lot of guys jumped on board throughout the entire state and have believed in me and have given me endless support. I've been, very thankful for all of that. It's been quite an experience, and, I think Montana, like we've already talked about, it's, just feels like one big city. Everybody roots for their own, and I've been very blessed for that opportunity. And then obviously, the guys within this building, we've been together. Well, I've had the opportunity to be with them for, 2 years, and guys like Troy, they've been here for quite a bit longer, and, just being able to, everyone just believes in each other. It's a great, it's just a great team, great brotherhood. It's just a very high culture, and it's really about the guys that are in this building right here, believing in each other, and that's all we need to really have. So, been very grateful for it all.
And Troy, for you, being a Buck Buchanan finalist, I'm curious what your thoughts are on the other finalists that that are in contention for that award. Obviously some pretty good company you're among.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously an honor, and yes, it's a cool deal. And the other players are obviously, I mean, they're good too, or else they wouldn't be there. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just kind of honored to be even a part of it. So, yeah, it's cool.
All right, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Coulter, let's go back to you if you're ready.
Yep, sorry about that, guys. I'm out of practice on the Zoom. First of all, for Troy, you've talked so much throughout your career about taking it, 1 week at a time, one game at a time, respecting the process. But now here you are, just one game left in your career to prepare for. So, I mean, what's it like mentally? I mean, how do you get ready for it when it is just the ultimate finale?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird. I mean, having one more game and that being my last one for sure. But it's the one you want. I mean, it's the one you want to be in, and it's one you want to kind of end your career on. And so everything's on the table for this one. We're all going to, practicing hard, doing everything we can, studying extra film, have the extra time to prepare. So, yeah, I mean, it's the same mentality, but it is different. But I'm glad that it's this game, and we have the opportunity to do something that we haven't done for a while.
And your class is such a unique senior class, being that you've been here for so long and gone through so much. What's kept you guys together? I mean, what's been the thing that's propelled you to this point? 'Cause it seems like internally you guys have believed you'd be in this spot all along.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, the goal when you come in is to leave it better than you found it. And when we came in, we were kind of upcoming, and we've just continued to improve. And I think that's always been the goal, and the goal was to get to this game and to win it. But yeah, I mean, through COVID and through everything, I think it's just the friendships that we've built. We've talked about the brotherhood that we have. Just like, everything you do outside of the season and outside of football builds so much into, and it carries over into football. Just that trust and belief and friendship that you have with the guys, that you build throughout the summers and the winter lifting, and everything like that and in between. So I think I guess that's what I'm going to take away most from this team and the group that I came in with.
And last one for Troy, and then I have one for Tommy. Does it seem fitting that you're playing NDSU? I mean, does it seem fitting that you guys kind of have the giant to slay to finish the deal here?
Yeah, I think it's obviously a challenge. Like we've said, they've never lost in the championship game, and so we'd love to be the team that goes down there and beats them. But we know we're gonna have to play well. They're a well-coached team, but I think we are as well, and I think we're equipped to play well. And if we continue to prepare, we're gonna, everything's on the table. We're gonna go down there and give it our best shot.
Two things for Tommy. One, Tommy, just the fact that NDSU has been at this point. I mean, for you, they've been in the national championship game every year since you were a kid, basically. So how do you not let that prestige, though, get in the way? How do you not let it intimidate you?
You just kind of got to realize that just like here at MSU, over there, it's just a bunch of, 19 to 24-year-olds. There's college students, And those teams, in the past have obviously graduated. These are new guys. I'm sure there's guys that, this is one of their first opportunities playing in the game. And so it's all new to everybody. While, they might have had years where, they've been able to develop that, persistency to continue through a season into January. And that obviously will help them with those extra practices and that, all in that extra time that they had to commit to it. I think that it's new to everybody, and this whole system's been new for us. I don't think it's I don't think they have a secret recipe down there. They're very detailed. They do what they're supposed to do. They're well coached. I think that's kind of what we've implemented here, and we're gonna go down there and give them our best shot. It's just kind of what it comes down to.
And last one for me. I know you talked about the pride Montanans have in football, and it's definitely true. It's one of our best exports, right? We show the world what Montana guys can do. It's so cool. But Butte particularly, and Lamberty always says it, Butte tells its story better than almost anywhere in the world. So I know it was Christmas, and I'm sure you got to hear from family and maybe see some of them over the holiday. I hung out with a couple of my buddies from Butte. They're just over the moon about you, man. So, but how do you not let that get in the way? How do you not let it be a distraction to kind of soak it in for what it is, because it is so special, but also maybe not let it get in the way of what you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, you gotta appreciate the opportunity that you have. Very few people have the opportunity that we have right now. Everyone wishes for this. Everyone, dreams about this. But, it's really just another game. Obviously it's a championship, but when it comes down to it, it really is. It's just another game. So that's just kind of the mindset that I'm having going into this. Obviously preparing how I have the entire year. Keeping that routine strict and consistent with our previous successes, and obviously appreciating the opportunity. But just trying to make it for what it is, and it really is just another game.
All right, we've got time for a couple more. Let's go first to Ashley Washburn. Go ahead, Ashley.
Thanks, Bill. Just a couple of quick questions, kind of bouncing off of Coulter. Montana is obviously very prideful when it comes to football, whether it's, Bobcat football or even at the high school level. And those Montanans on this team, a lot of you guys have had that championship experience at the high school level. I know both of you guys have. So when you kind of think back to those times, is there anything from that experience you might apply to the national stage next week? I know they're both on completely different levels, but you guys kind of have that championship experience already here in Montana.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tommy hit it on the head. Football is football, whether it's the national championship or the football first game of the year. You try to prepare the same. The stakes may be higher, but once you get between the white lines and actually start playing, it's still the same game. So it's a team that's more detailed, more disciplined, plays harder. And I think we have an opportunity to do that. And, yeah, so I'm excited to get for that first whistle to blow and for it to start.
Hey, let me jump in real quick. If you're not asking the questions, could you please mute your microphone so the kids show up on the screen? Thanks.
For me, I don't know how much game film you guys have dived into yet, because I know you guys had a couple of days off with the holidays, but I guess maybe a question for both of you guys. What's one thing that has stood out the most to you, whether it's on the offense or defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're really physical. They run the ball. They're detailed. They're well coached. That's North Dakota State to a T. And I mean, they run A-gap power better than anybody else does. It's hard to simulate it on a practice field, but I think we're doing our best every day to practice it and practice hard. And then, studying in the film room as much as you can. But yeah, like I said, it's going to come down to the most disciplined, detailed team that's going to win. Team that plays harder.
Yeah, just agree with that. They've obviously gotten a ton of reps. They know what they've done in the past, and they've replicated that, and that's led to them being, like we've talked about, a very well coached, a very detailed team. That disguise coverages really well. They have great players up front. Obviously they don't get out of position very often, and that's just what they've done in the past, and obviously what they're continuing to do now. So we know what we already knew that going into the weeks ago. We knew that throughout the entire season. That's who they were, and we're just continuing to practice, understanding that discipline, and just knowing that we're gonna have to do the same.
All right, let's go to Robbie Whittle for our last question for the players, and then we'll get Coach Vegan in here. Robbie.
Thanks, Bill. Hey, guys, good to see y'all. So y'all have played 3 of the same teams this calendar year as NDSU. How helpful has that been in kind of a preparation process?
Yeah, I guess it's somewhat helpful to see teams and just matchups wise. But I guess we don't really take that much into account. Like, you just watch what they do and, watch film and try to emulate it as best you can in practice. And then, I guess it's a little bit, but not really that much.
Okay. And Coach Vegan said you got to kind of come into this game with a certain level of confidence. What does that mean in particular to y'all?
Yeah, it's just the confidence of what we've done the entire year. It's been the season's been in the making for a year and a half. The entire time I've been here, and we've gotten a lot of good work in, and we're confident that we deserve to be here. We have a ton of great players, a ton of confident players, great coaches, great schemes. Just believing in who we are and what we've done already. Like we've said, it's just football when you get out there, and they're just a team full of college kids, just like we are. So it's just being confident in this opportunity. Yeah.